Hello, welcome to episode 8, the first episode of the 2024 new year. We took last week off due to the fact that Z-Boy, that's me, hi, I'm Z-Boy. I was at Pokemon Regionals in Portland vending some cardboard to all of the card game competitors. It was pretty awesome. It was a really good time. My thumb is still healing. I'm just going to give you guys just like a thumbs up. But yeah, so we're here now and we're jumping in to episode 8, which is going to be about potentially the most slept on anime of the winter season, and maybe even in the last couple years, in my opinion. I wouldn't say it's the most underrated, but it is probably the most slept on. That being Classroom of the Elite. That's going to be our main discussion this week. But first, let's talk a little bit about our anime of the week. Honey Bear, what is it going to be?
That's me. Wait a minute. Hang on. I'm the guy. Hey, anime of the week. So this was actually, I'm going to bring you a little bit behind the scenes here. Chat. This was going to be this week's episode. It's kind of funny. Z-Boy and I grinded for it to make sure that we were going to be able to talk about it. And then now we're not talking about it until next week.
Yep.
So
it's because our special guest couldn't make it. So yeah.
Little preview.
Preview.
Hopefully people can watch it with us, if you would like to. But Blue Exorcist is going to be the anime of the week. If you guys have not seen it in a while or just haven't seen it, go back and watch it. It's actually pretty good. And I wanted we could take this time to kind of talk about how do you watch it.
Also though, is it not is it not too old for you, bro?
For me?
Yeah.
2016.
No. It came out in 2011.
Did it come out in 2011?
Yeah, I thought maybe it was too old, man.
No, 2011 is not too old.
Okay.
If it drops below, did it come out in 2011?
Came out in 2011. Yeah, like Crunchyroll, dude. That's what I was waiting for this. I was waiting for this the whole time to grill you on it. I'm gonna bring it up next week too.
It looks pretty good. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? For 2011, I wouldn't have guessed.
It looks great, honestly. Like there's like three things that are CGI. One of them being like a flag on a car. So that's kind of funny. But
wait, is that for real?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Sorry, I think I was tilting my camera, so I'm fixing it a little bit. I apologize if I was like,
no, you're good.
Leaning to the side. My bad.
No, you're good. You're good. It's all good.
Yeah, what are the other two? Do you know?
Off the top of my head, I think it's like one of the demons. In episode like 4 or 5. Outside of that, that's all I got right now. There might be some more.
Interesting.
But yeah, not a whole lot of CGI.
That's pretty funny though.
Yeah, that's
why would you
nice.
CGI a flag? I mean, maybe it was an important flag. I don't know.
Yeah, it was waving a lot. It had a lot of movement.
All right. Yeah. I mean, you gotta have flags with movement.
True.
Gotta have them.
True.
Yeah, it was a good anime for being a little bit older. It's getting a new season. That's why we wanted to talk about it. Are we third season?
Third season.
Ish.
Yep. Yeah,
third season-ish.
So we actually figured this out, and again, we're gonna keep this light because this will be an entire subject next week with our special guests. But we did find out some of the ways on how you are supposed to watch it, apparently.
Correct. And so if you watch it with us, watch it this way.
Yeah, because
this is the way you're supposed to watch it.
Yeah, the research we did, it was 1 through 16, right? Was canon?
So stop at 16. Right. So 15 is the canon.
And then
cut point.
And then 16 is where it starts going off the Richter. I thought we said 17 in the last 6 episodes.
No.
It's 1 through 15?
15.
Okay.
Yep.
And then you switch over to season 2?
And then you switch to season 2. That is the canon episodes. It's a little jarring though. Episode 15 ends you like on a little bit of a cliffhanger and then just boom, right into the next thing. It's like, oh, okay. That's how that works. Whereas if you do watch it straight through, it's the uncanon ending, if you will. So I watched it straight through. It was good. Didn't mind it. But then starting season 2 starts from episode 15. So it's like a little weird finishing and then starting season 2. You're just moving yourself back and you have to remember what in the world don't I know and do I know?
Yeah, true.
Oh.
I mean, it feels like your mind just gets caught into like a cheese grater at that point. You know, I kind of forgot how long ago I watched it. And then when I was rewatching, things just started filling my brain up. I was like, holy shit, I'm downloading. And then that's just how it was going down. It was crazy. It was wild. It was awesome. Really, really cool. I really like just like the fight scenes that happen in that show. Mm-hmm. But yeah, if you guys want to watch it with us, I highly recommend it. Season 3 dropped, I think, last week, so episode 2 should be coming out this weekend, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's a Saturday anime. Hold on that. Hold 1 second. I'm looking into it. Release calendar.
I wasn't looking at the calendar. I was just looking at how many episodes are released. 1!
Yep, because I think it comes out on Saturdays. Let's see, last week? Oh, okay, last week, Saturday. Wait, Mashl's back? Wait, no.
Yes, Mashal is back season 2-ish.
Okay. It looks like it's got like an exam arc. Interesting.
Yeah, they took a hiatus.
It is in fact a Saturday anime.
Correct.
Oh. Dude, you sent me a giant list, man. I was losing my mind. I'm sorry, Brant. Brant showed me all the anime he's watching this season. He watched 6 episodes of anime like the other day. And he's like, bro, this is my list. Brother, I looked at it quickly. The chat was moving fast. It's not my fault. I do listen. Whatever.
Well, hang on. He sent you the list, correct?
Yes.
Okay. No, Brant, this is not his fault. This is a TFT side effect. Any TFT player cannot read. So you sent just bad information at that point.
1 second.
You should have known.
All right, I'm scrolling up through his messages. We'll find it.
No, Brant, you should have known, man. He's not a reader. He doesn't know how to read.
Yeah, dude, my brain doesn't work. Okay. So, solo leveling. Banished from the heroes party. I decided to live a quiet life in the countryside. Season 2. High card. Season 1, part 2. Blue Exorcist. Season 3, 7 years later. And Mashal. Oh. It was the last one on the list, man!
Yeah, so could have been the first one you read, too. Just saying.
Well, if I was reading like manga, you're right. Like if I was reading like manga, I would have been like backwards, right? Like
I don't mind. True. Very true.
Yep.
That's actually a really good list. Obviously we don't need to dive into this, but I mean we can just chat about anime that we're watching as well.
It's a new season.
Because I mean both of us are watching Blue Exorcist right now. We're gonna be all caught up and ready to chat about it next week. Yeah, solo leveling. I have not started it.
Yeah, I was to say it's not dubbed. So are you gonna watch it subbed?
I might watch it subbed just because it is the. They've been hyping this up for 2 years.
2 years, and it's the most.
Right?
I think it's the most read manhwa ever as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's correct though. Any Tower of God knowers if solo leveling outdid Tower of God? I know they're close, and then it's God of High School as well. Those are like the 3.
I mean, either way, it's one of the. We can just go with one of the, but it's been hyped for forever. Waiting for the release. I believe the animated release was delayed because of the animation quality wasn't what they wanted it to be, and then I believe they changed companies. Do you know anything about that, Z-Boy?
I know it got delayed a year. I don't know exactly why it got delayed. I didn't look too deep into that. I just know that it got delayed.
Mine is all speculation, so. Yeah,
mine was just reading one sentence of a tweet that was like, solo leveling won't be coming out until next year. And I was like, wait, huh? I thought it was coming out this year. It didn't come out. I was sad. I'm still sad about it. I'm still sad about the cliffhanger they left us off on. You should watch it. I think it's definitely worth watching subbed as it comes out because I feel like you're going to get spoiled if you don't.
Solo leveling?
Yeah, I won't. Yeah. I obviously won't spoil, but yeah.
It's one of those anime that like, and I do watch, you know this, I watch subbed occasionally, right? But it's a rare occasion, and this is one of them that probably is going to fall on the rare occasion as it's just too hyped to not check it out, to not peep it as early as possible.
You do have the option to try to watch it in Hindi dub, but there are no subtitles, so good luck with that, bud.
That's pretty funny. I actually speak Hindu.
Oh, you got me. Didn't know that.
I don't. I don't know if Hindu is the actual language.
I'm pretty sure it's Hindi. That's why it's called Hindi dub. But you know, I'm not a knower, man.
Maybe Hindu is the country.
Yeah, I'm not a knower. I am not a knower on this one. Don't ask me. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Japanese dubbed, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So like, it's not even. I might watch. Because the original Chinese is on Crunchyroll. Is that correct?
No, because it's Korean.
The original Korean.
Yeah. I think that it's just Japanese subbed from what I saw.
Is it just Japanese subbed?
Yeah, I just saw that was original audio because when we went to watch it, when we were in Portland, we watched the episode. I watched with like some of the people that were working the booth with me, and it auto-generated the Hindi dub version. And I was like, dude, where are the subtitles? And it like wouldn't let me turn on subtitles. I was like, wait, I can't turn on subtitles? What happened?
That's funny.
And everybody in the room's like, bro, clearly it's so new that they haven't just subbed it yet. I'm like, it wouldn't be on Crunchyroll if it wasn't subbed.
Yep.
Like, trust me.
Correct.
Like, that's not how this works, man. And yeah, so that was actually pretty fun. And then I got judged for being a weekly watcher by my own brother. He hit me with the, why don't you just wait to binge it? And I said, yeah, why don't you just wait to binge? Okay, I'll leave that there. But,
Yeah.
you know.
I do like that side. Like, in all honesty, I don't mind waiting. Like, if Soul Leveling said, like, hey, we're going to be releasing in June, like, hey, that's fine. I can wait till June type deal. And if they just drop the whole season, that'd be hype.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I understand why they don't, but I'd like that.
Netflix has a show that came out this season that I'm actually very interested in called Delicious in Dungeon, I believe.
Yes. I saw a trailer on that. It looked very good.
I watched the first episode last night. Well, semi-watched it, but very solid, very hype, very cool. The art style is good. Also, talking about anime that's semi-new this season, One Piece got a freaking update. Did you watch? Wait, you're not caught up. Just know that the art gets better. That's all I'll say.
I did hear that the art is better.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I heard the art changed. I have not heard a lot.
The art,
is it better? Is it worse?
Reminds me of, you haven't got to the Kaido episode yet. So Kaido has like his episode, kind of like, I'll just name it like the Kaido episode because that's kind of what it is.
I'm not at that yet.
It's a very different animated style of episode, similar to kind of how the Walkout is.
Okay. Yep.
And it's goated, man. Like, if this is the entire season of Egghead, we're in for a treat.
Yeah, I mean, people are already donning Egghead as one of the best arcs One Piece has ever had.
Yeah.
Which we're just in it. So, like,
yeah, just
how
got
are
there.
people saying it? But, like, hey,
They're
you know
readers.
what? If you think it's going to be, and, a lot of these people are just putting their faith in Oda, which I think is a good place to put your faith at this point.
Agree.
So can't argue with it.
Nope.
Right?
Definitely can't. Oda we trust, right? I mean, the One Piece is real. So what else do we have to look forward to other than more One Piece?
Actually real.
Yeah. What about the One Piece? You ready for that one? Hopefully that comes out next year.
I'm very ready for that one.
Yeah, same.
That is going to be extremely exciting.
A modern piece of media for One Piece seems kind of lit. Seems kind of lit.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of. So I'm all caught up with Rurouni Kenshin.
Oh, nice.
That's been really good.
Yeah,
it's been really good.
Been an enjoyer.
Yep.
Did you watch the original?
Yes. I watched the original. Years when I was
when we were kids.
A young lad.
Yeah.
So I don't remember all of it, but like, it's one of those that. I didn't watch Pokemon for 20 years, and I go back and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember all these episodes.
Yeah.
Same thing with Rurouni Kenshin. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this villain. Oh yeah, I remember this.
Yeah.
This thing, and so it's a breath of fresh air. I really enjoy it. It's a show I've always really enjoyed. So being able to just watch it again in the new animation style has been really cool.
Yeah.
So and the voice actors have been stellar. So for dub, that is.
So there's a couple of other ones that I'm interested in checking out this season, which is the Unwanted Undead Adventurer. That one looks interesting. The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic could be interesting. But the things that stand out the most for me, Tales of Wedding Rings is actually supposed to be really good. I heard.
Yes, I heard that was supposed to be phenomenal.
Yep, I've heard that one's supposed to be very good. And then Classroom of the Elite, Season 3.
Interesting. I don't know if I've ever heard of that anime. You want to tell me about it?
Yeah. So it's about this kid, Iona Koji, who goes to this school that is in fact for the elite. That is the main character, the MC that we find out about.
Interesting.
Yes.
So this is the classroom for the elite.
Well, it's the whole school.
Makes sense.
Yes. Yeah, it's the whole school. But it's like a cat and mouse game type thing. It's kind of gives me like a crime thriller, like true crime thriller type of vibe, but inside of a classroom well, multiple classrooms, an entire school at that.
Yeah,
Lots
yeah, yeah.
of lots of cliffhangers and twists and turns. It's a good mind twister. It's a good mind twister, but it's like not too over the top, right?
Yeah.
Every
Yeah, I
episode
agree.
is named after like a poem, I believe, too, or like
I knew it was
a
something.
stanza from some piece of literature. They're all quotes, essentially.
Yeah, I knew it was some famous somebody who wrote things.
Yeah,
Uh,
there's tons of different famous people
but
for each one.
yes.
They're really
Um,
good. The show is
yeah,
awesome.
this show is absolutely amazing. Uh, a lot of people share the opinion, but it hasn't got it hasn't got as much attention. You know, we've led on to that as I think a lot of shows that are, in my opinion, as good as it
Hmm.
should have. I mean, it still get a lot of attention, but it falls short. And I don't really know why it falls short. Maybe it's because just the classroom setting. I think anime like that tend to fall short a little bit
Yep.
and
Yep.
don't make it up there. But yeah, just what an absolute
Wait,
stellar anime. 2 seasons of phenomenal stuff.
didn't didn't Soul Eater take place in like a classroom kind of at times? Just a little bit.
Yes, but
Didn't
not.
Assassination Classroom take a? Didn't that get pretty well rated?
I think it's right around. I mean, I think it's right around those, is it not?
Uh, I think so. I mean, this actually is
Yeah,
like
I'm just
I'm
saying,
looking
like
at
it
my
falls
anime
short of
list.
like greatest of all time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It falls like right
It'll
outside, right?
never fall into that
It's
category.
an 8.15 on my anime list for its score from
Okay,
16,000 and a half users. So 16,577 users. Got it at an 8.15. That's not bad. It's currently ranked 413th.
okay, yeah, that's that. I mean, that's definitely up there
Yeah.
because that's wait, what is that anime or season?
That is
Because
for
that
that's
normally
for
does by
season 3.
season.
Yeah, that's for season 3 right now. And we only have 2 episodes.
Yeah, I
That's
wouldn't trust
crazy.
that just yet.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can find what the rankings look like for the first 2 seasons. 1 second. Hold. Uh
Yeah, because that'll be the shit tell sign. If it's under a million people that clicked it, it's a below average anime. It's not below average, below viewed, maybe
yeah.
mid viewed.
Okay. So season 1 got a 7.86 with almost a million. It's at 769,000.
Okay, yeah, season 2 is a little bit better at the 8.12. Yeah, I mean overall, like that, just the numbers are. I mean, this is a terrible word. This word is used incorrectly in my opinion, but it's mid, right? It's a mid anime. It's an anime that falls somewhere in the middle. Um, but like even you look on Crunchyroll and it's what a 4.8. Like it's
Yeah.
high up there.
Yeah.
It's well liked by people that watch it, and I think it's rightfully so. But it's one of those that I don't know, some reason hasn't stepped into the realm of popularity as some of the other shows that are, around it have.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I felt like season 2 was its peak so far. Obviously, we're just getting to
Mhm.
season 3, but it also was in that like weird time when
Yeah.
there
Season 2
was
was your peak?
for the show so far,
Okay, okay.
just due to the fact that it was in a season of anime where it was literally the best anime of the season that it was in. Like, I think it was literally a year ago almost. It was winter season last year, and it was the best show
Do
of the
not
season in my
remember.
opinion. Like, I don't think
Okay.
there was too many good shows that season. I think there was
I
like
don't remember what
Shield
season it
Hero
came out.
season
Oh,
2 was
okay. It
like the
came out
other.
in 2022. Yeah, 2022. It came out in uh July
It
is
was
when it started.
July. Okay. So it was summer. Yeah, I think there was just like a
Summer.
hiatus between like good anime because we just had 2022 was like the year of Chainsaw Man and stuff.
Hmm.
So yeah, and like yeah, I think we just like had a nice gap of good anime because we just had a bunch of good anime going into it.
Let's see. Summer 2022, is that it?
Yeah,
Let's see
summer
what we got.
2022.
Yes, correct. Yep. So it was actually came out as the number one anime
Yeah.
of
All right.
of that time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's because
You're spot on.
everything else is sus, man.
Yeah. So, well, there was some good anime that came out, but like Overlord season 4 came out, which was a
Okay, that's not bad,
little
but
bit of a downer, right? It wasn't
yeah.
the best Overlord season. Overlord's great, little bit of a downer season. Call of the Night, which I think was really good, but
Oh,
it did not come out on Crunchyroll,
Call of the
which
Night was good.
I think pulls it down. I think any anime that
Oh,
does not come out on Crunchyroll sometimes can fall short. There are
okay.
a few that rise to the top, but a lot of them fall short.
There was a better anime that came out during that time, but it wasn't on Crunchyroll, and that's why it's not on my radar. In my brain
What
right
was it?
now. Made into the Abyss season 2.
Okay, I've actually. Oh,
Or Made
yep,
in
it
Abyss.
did
I
come
mean.
out. I've never actually seen that. So,
Oh, dude, you got Prime?
yep. Do I have Prime? No.
Oh, that makes sense. It's on Prime. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
It.
It's good.
There are other websites that I could check it out on.
The second best anime of that season was Rent a Girlfriend.
Rent a Girlfriend came out on that season? Oh, yes, it did.
Oh, it didn't make it not as good. Not being on Crunchyroll doesn't make it not as good. I just usually watch most of my anime on Crunchyroll. I was saying they're not on my radar.
Correct.
So that's why I had to go and look at what came out, because Crunchyroll is the first website I go to for my anime.
Yes.
And I'm sure a lot of other people. A lot of
That
people
is majority.
also go
Large
to
majority.
Netflix as of now. By the way, Netflix picking up weekly episodes of One Piece starting this Sunday. This Sunday.
Pretty hype.
Netflix. That's right. Big dog.
Yeah. Wanna emphasize exactly what you said though, Z-Boy, of like, it is not that if it's not on Crunchyroll, it's a worse anime, but if it's not on Crunchyroll, it's on less people's radar. So less people get an opportunity to rate it, to talk about it, to see it. It's just a normal thing. People flock to the big dog, and the big dog is Crunchyroll.
Yep.
So if it's not there, that's a large chunk of people that are just not going to see it.
Yeah.
So even though you might think it's better, or we might think it's better, it just flies under the radar because it's not there.
Yeah, if it's not like Netflix or Crunchyroll, there's a good chance just it's not getting into the spotlight that it usually deserves.
Yep.
Similar to like
how
is it wrong to try to pick girls up in a dungeon season 4?
Yes.
That was not on Crunchyroll finally. They lost the rights to it, which made me kind of sad. But
I didn't even know there was a season 4.
Yeah.
And
a part 2. And a part 2
and then
of
I'm
it
like,
now too.
Why am I not watching this?
Yeah, dude, same.
Like,
I actually need to catch up on that. Rent a
holy
Girlfriend
cow.
season 2 also came out in July of 2022.
Yep. Yeah. So I mean, it was I agree with your statement bringing it back of like it was kind of a downer time for anime, which brought up the season 2. I want to start with season 1 though. I think season 1 gripped me in so tight.
Yeah.
And this is where I might dive into little spoilers. It's not going to be like huge plot spoilers, but little spoilers here and there. So if you don't want spoilers, tune off for a second.
Yeah, that was a good anime too.
But yeah, the island portion of it, that changed everything. That started to change the entire look of what the show was.
Agreed.
Because you started to get inklings of like, okay, this guy's pretty smart, pretty strong. He's holding back. Something's going on. And then you finish the island and you're like, holy cow, this guy is big braining everyone.
Did you read Lord of the Flies?
Yes.
Didn't it give you Lord of the Flies vibes, kind of?
Yeah. I think in the United States, I think
you're required to. Yeah, you're probably right.
You're required to in every school system.
Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. Like
which is weird. It's a weird book to read as like
as a teenager
kid.
Yeah, where it's like teenagers freaking like killing each other essentially.
Like this murder and
boys will be boys.
Like,
yeah, dude, crazy.
All right.
Yeah, wild book.
You do
wild
use
book.
school systems.
Yeah,
That's the book.
Really sticking it to us.
Anyways, yeah, but yeah, it did. But he is just like, you see how intelligent he is.
Yeah,
and then you realize it, like it finally clicks of like, holy cow, this anime is gonna be crazy in the next season. And I think that might be why you and I think a lot of other people view season 2 as so much better, is because of the groundwork that season 1 set, specifically on those island episodes of like, you didn't know what was going to happen, and then when it happened, holy cow,
yeah,
it changes, game changer.
Completely agreed. I think one of the things for me that really like gripped me in is, like I said, it kind of has that like true crime thriller effect
Mhm.
to it, right? But it doesn't like push the limits, right? It still stays
Yes.
in like within reasonable trends, where anime sometimes with those really goes crazy. But it kind of gave me the first feeling of erased in a long time, in the idea like, oh man, like I actually don't know what's going to happen next. They're actually keeping me
Mhm.
guessing pretty well. Like it's very well thought out, all of the cliffhangers that they hit you with, and the way that he
Mhm.
constantly finds ways out of crazy situations is, again, just really, really, really like well thought out and well written. It's pop off
Yeah.
after pop off in a high school setting, which is kind of crazy, where you wouldn't
Yeah,
expect
but
that,
he
right?
pops off to the point to where you think he knew the entire time what was going on. Like he
Right.
controlled the entire situation.
Yeah.
And like the whole situation, you're like, is he gonna get
Oh,
out? What's he gonna do? What's gonna happen?
very Death
And then he
Note-y.
gets out, and you're like, this freaking guy knew the whole
Yeah.
time.
Like kind of
Like
makes me feel
he
like
was in
Light
charge.
from Death Note, like constantly how he has
Yes,
control of the
yes.
situation. Very
Great
similar to
point.
that. That's kind of where I was like, man, what's the thing that it made me think of? And it was like Death Note. Death Note vibes is what I would say. If you're an
Mhm.
enjoyer of Death Note, definitely check out Classroom of the Elite, as I think you will enjoy it as well. We're talking about Classroom of the Elite. You can find it
Correct.
on Crunchyroll. I don't believe it's maybe it's on Prime, but it looks like there might be there as well. I'm looking at it right now. Yep. It looks like you can watch it there with your premium subscription. So
Nice.
yeah, you can watch it there, and then YouTube for $2. So that's pretty interesting as well. But man, all these names for all these characters, crazy, crazy. Not the
Yes.
easiest ones to say. I like the fact
Yeah, I
that
was struggling with him.
it hits you with a harem almost, but at the same time, like it's not over the top harem, you know? Like
Yeah.
it's not like an unreasonable harem. It's very true to the nature of what it's supposed to be. And there's not a whole lot
True.
of fan
Yes.
service, which I like as well. And
Hmm.
like I feel like with high school animes, there's a lot of the like one of my main issues with them, and why I kind of avoid them, and I think they also get a bad rep, is there's a lot of like sexualization of like
Yes. Correct.
like the younger characters, right? And that's just kind of weird. Like that's not my vibe. I'm not into that. But, you know, the anime tropes that happen there. So this is just, yeah, the name of the anime is Classroom of the Elite. It's also in the title.
Typed in chat.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, Classroom of the Elite.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very solid show. Very solid show. Like I said, if you're a Death Note enjoyer, highly suggest checking out Classroom of the Elite. It'll keep you on the edge of your seat the entire time. You really won't be able to guess what's coming next. Even if I rewatched it, I think that there would be times where I'd be like, man, how does he get out of this again?
Yeah, yeah. You see brand new things
Yeah.
throughout it. You see new storylines.
Two
And I
seasons so
think,
far. We're on season 3.
yep, just getting to season 3. So 2 episodes into season 3. Z-Boy, have you watched any of season 3
I
yet?
watched the first episode, and then I saw the
Okay, you
second
did.
episode came out, and I was going to watch it last night, but I realized I needed to do the homework that we had, which was watch Blue
Mhm.
Exorcist.
Yes, I actually
Yeah,
did
still
not
going.
watch Free Rin because I was watching Blue X.
Yo, I'm 2
And
episodes
I'm like,
behind on Free Run right now.
ooh.
So I feel your
That's what I
pain.
want to watch.
I want to watch
But
Free Run too, but right now we gave ourselves homework for the first time
we
in the
committed
history.
to the homework,
Yeah.
which was good. It
Bro,
was
I
good to
love how I
commit to it.
messaged you and you were like, "Yeah, I'm watching it as we speak." Actually, I was like,
Yep.
"Well, guess I know
But
what
I
I'm
was on,
doing
like,
tonight."
I was on like episode 2.
Oh,
Like
fair enough.
watching, I was on episode 2, and you're like, "Hey, let's talk about this." I'm like, "Buckle up, because we're binging this sucker.
You're like,
Uh,
"Baby bear, we got a new task."
We're watching anime, baby bear." Um,
Yep.
yeah, reeling us back in though, because I think ending the discussion on season 1 for Classroom of the Elite,
Yeah.
I think it ended so good with those episodes and kind of pulled you in of like, okay, this is what's happening with the anime now.
Right.
This is where we're at. Bringing us into season 2, kind of have a brand new look for a lot of the characters. I actually think they do a really good job in a short season of character development. They
Agreed.
work on a lot, not a ton of characters, but a few key points,
Yeah.
and they get portions of episodes that leads you to say, this is why this character does this, or acts this way, or is like this, whatever it may be. And I think that is really leading in, because now we sort of had the villain in season 1. We definitely have a villain in season 2. Definitely. And so it'll be cool to watch that villain move into season 3, and we'll see what kind of happens with it.
Right.
Especially because Ayana Koji, I don't think is scared at all. of villain 1. The teachers, however, he seems a little intimidated by the teachers, and I'm not sure how much they know, but it seems like they know everything. But do they? Does he know
Um,
everything?
yeah, no, I think like there's well, like you also have some of the like higher ups as well of the school, like the principal and things like
Yes,
that, or like the
coming after
director,
him.
right? So that's interesting. His background, like I'm not even gonna get into that because that's super spoiler. Super
Correct.
interesting. Super interesting.
Yes.
Like
Yep.
that stuff really threw me for a curveball. The the idea of how the point system works, like the currency in the school, also like just it's very well thought out. This is a
Yep.
very well thought out show. It makes me want like it comes from a light novel, right? So there's a lot of content to turn into episodes, and I don't feel like the episodes like drag on, and I don't feel like they're too short. Like I want more of it,
Yes.
but at the same time, I get enough of it every episode. You know, that's probably the thing that makes me have it feel like it's such a good show, where people I feel like pass it because it's got the word classroom in the title, as you said.
Sadly, I really think that is a little bit of a stigma, if you will, of people just see it and they're like, I don't want a classroom setting. Um, this is pretty different.
Yeah.
So, but I want to bring you to and just ask your opinion on it. What do you think of kind of season 2 was all leading up to kind of the big ending of
Yes.
season 2 with the fight scene, right?
Yeah.
It kind of leads into that. What are your thoughts on that? Did you actually see that like this was going to happen
No.
at the end of season 2?
No.
Because he gave a lot of information out to people that I at first I didn't think he wanted to. I didn't think he was going to do that,
You
and
haven't watched
now
episode one of
everyone
season three,
knows.
right?
Hmm?
You haven't watched episode one of season three yet?
Correct. I've not watched
Okay.
any of season 3.
So episode one of season three actually has Iona Koji talk about a lot of that stuff. And again,
Okay.
I don't feel like that's very spoilery because that's like the show
Yeah,
does
that's
this thing where instead of giving you a bunch of flashbacks and like almost regurgitating content, they have a lot of value. So every time there's like a moment where there's a small flashback, they're not even like entire like segments of the episode. It's like boom, this happened, this happened, this happened, and
fine.
it explains why those things happened. It does it in season 2 at the start, but it's like a
Yep.
recap without a recap. You know, like it makes you
Yeah,
think,
that's a good way to
oh
put it.
man, they have them doing this inner dialogue of a character where if that was me in this person's shoes, I would do the exact same thing. I would think these things through and then I would apply them to the situation I'm in now because that's what the
Yeah,
show is all about. What this whole scenario is about is your goal is to go from the final or the lowest ranked class to being the top ranked class to graduate essentially.
Yep. Yeah. So D to A.
Yeah. And
Um,
that's the whole like upfront
idea of the
premise.
show.
That's the beginning part for you. Everything else from there, if we go too deep, it's spoilers. And I don't want to spoiler this for anyone. It's not finished yet. That's kind of what we've kept
Mhm.
naming the game with. The only show that we can really talk about right now that we could be spoiler about is Attack on Titan now that it's finished. And yeah, we really haven't even spoiled that one.
Nope, we're not there. Maybe we'll do an Attack on a Titan episode soon.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
probably got to come up soon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that if we ended up doing Blue Exorcist tonight, I was gonna have our guest talk about Attack on Titan with us because that's
Mm.
her biggest reactions. Her most viewed
Oh, really?
reactions are Attack on Titan.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but I'm sure if we have a good time on our first episode with her, she'll probably want to come back for another one in the future. So
Sorry,
maybe
we can hold
we'll
off.
maybe we'll ask the chat or we'll ask some people to vote on that.
We'll hold off. Yeah. So I think going on season 2 again, I think it was just a really good kind of forward point into it.
Mhm.
And a character that I cannot wait to see more of is I guess the president, not the president of the school, but
Oh yeah of
with that student
the
council
student
president.
council president. Yes.
Yes, the
Yes.
main waifu's brother.
Yes.
Super, which is that shows in episode 1. So I apologize if you thought that was spoilers, but shows in episode 1.
It does
Um,
happen in episode 1. So if you watch
So
the first episode,
like,
you will
I'm
find
not
out.
spoiling a long time.
Suzune
It's very
Haruki
very known piece of
Kita
information.
is also her name. So if you just use the last names, they kind of
What is it?
Suzune is her first name.
Yeah. Horikita.
Yeah,
Horikita
Horikita.
is
Yeah,
her last
and then
name.
it goes and like you instantly find out that they have the same last name. So
They
that's
have the same
pretty
last name.
yeah pretty easy deduction there. But
Yeah,
he's definitely got a lot going on for him.
a
And
lot going on, and we
season
know
3, I feel like he's
little.
gonna be everywhere.
Say, I agree. I think he is. I'm interested to see how they develop him. Is he going to be a good guy, a bad guy, an anti-hero?
Right,
Is he going to walk alongside of him? Is he going
right.
to help?
We
Like,
have like
what is
very
his
limited
role going to be?
information
And we
on
don't.
that.
It could be anything.
Right.
Could be anything.
Yeah. So it has psychological thriller, drama,
Mhm.
romance, suspense, comedy for all of
Everything.
its genres. I would say it's a drama psycho thriller. Like I would put it in that category. Suspense is
I can
definitely
agree.
a part of it, but
Mhm.
I think that kind of goes into that thriller-esque of vibe. But yeah, psychological thriller, very similar to Death Note. So we kind of hit the note off right there. I mean, this show really does fly under the radar. I feel like a lot of people don't know about it, and to have a 4.8 on almost 100,000 votes on Crunchyroll is lit.
Big.
And this
Yeah,
is
I agree.
still
I agree.
Classroom. Yeah, this is all Classroom of the Elite that we're talking about right now. Main discussion.
Yep. We're just chatting about Classroom Elite. We'll slide into a more just general anime discussion in a little bit. But yeah, sticking with Classroom of the Elite. Yeah, it's weird. What do you think? We've hinted at the classroom setting.
Mhm.
But besides that, what do you think is holding back this show from kind of getting out there to the masses?
I think the animation style is good, but I don't think it's unique. I think that's one of
Okay.
the few things that definitely like holds it back from some people. On top of that, I think that it does not do a good job at like getting itself like promoted, if that makes sense. Like they don't do a whole lot on like Twitter or anything like that, where
Okay.
like shonens do a really good job at that. And I wouldn't really classify this show as a shonen, but they have themselves on Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll has had it on the front page, which goes to show that it does have enough attention to get itself there. But
Solemnly though, it's not.
yeah,
It's kind of rarely on the front page. Like
right.
JJK is still on the front page.
Right. And JJK has ended for 2 weeks now almost.
Yep. So it's like still on the front page though.
Yep.
So it's like, should they have the new hotness out there? Probably, but it hasn't. It's not JJK, right?
Yeah.
Just
I
not
mean,
JJK.
JJK is just the top of the top of peak anime right now, unfortunately. Or fortunately, if you're in a JJK enjoyer like I am.
Yeah.
But we talk about that anime
or
too
if you
much.
hate JJK like I am, just
Well,
sad to see it up there.
they're high schoolers, so I wouldn't say there's like any ladies like Misa. There are high school versions of her, if that makes sense. Like there are definitely like waifus in the show.
That's fair. Waifus, I think that's a great example.
But I wouldn't say like they are idols. Like there's no idols, but there are a couple of different girls that I could see you draw conclusions of like Misa esque, but it's not Death Note. So I wouldn't say it's Death Note. I would say it has Death Note
No.
tendencies in terms of its psychological thriller, but it's not Death Note.
Mhm. Do you think having the large fight scene in season 2 assisted it, just in the fact that I think you and I have both hinted at this, that, and maybe not in this way, but violence getting a little bit darker, that is kind of the route anime is going right now. Like that is the popular stuff. Like JJK is a little dark,
Mm-hmm.
epic fight scenes. Like other animes that are up there, Demon Slayer, epic
True.
fight scenes. Sometimes gets a little dark. Lots of people's heads get cut off. Type
True.
deal. Like a little bit darker, a little bit bloodier, a little bit gorier. That's what's catching people's attention right now. And I wonder if that fight scene helped.
I think it
And I
definitely
wonder
like
if it needs to lean more that way in order to really break through.
yeah, I think it definitely brought like that climax that a lot of people want to
Mhm.
see in their anime. It didn't have that so much in season 1. Season 1 had obviously the island, right? But outside of that, it didn't have a whole lot of like craziness happening. And I feel
Yeah.
like season 2 had a lot of action. Outside of the action, it had a lot of those psychological trips that you were constantly guessing. You're constantly on the edge of your seat. You couldn't really figure out exactly what was going to happen. But what does draw people in, like you said, that action category. People want to
Yeah.
see that MC pop off, have those pop off moments. And I feel like season 3 is going to lean into more of that, as it does already kind of have some of those moments happening in episode 1.
Yeah. But I think one of its downfalls as well is it is a jack of all trades and it's a master of none. Right? It's really good at being a jack of all trades. But it's not the greatest at one specific thing. And I do think it hurts it
Yeah, I agree.
badly.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Do you want to go into, you got any closing topics or closing thoughts on it? We'll rank it.
I've heard, I guess this is the one thing that I will tie into from chat that we had. Like, I think that episode 1 is so slow and has some cringy moments in it that it is hard for people to get into right off the gate. Like, within the first 10 minutes, I actually almost lost myself to it. But then
Episode
I watched
1, season 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
My bad to not classify it as that. But Brant had brought that up, that episode 1, season 1 had like such cringy moments in the first 10 minutes of it that he actually just like dropped the anime at that point. And I kind of forgot about what it was like. So I went back and watched it yesterday in case we did need a reason to or talk about this. And it definitely has some like deterrence. But
yeah, I'm scanning through it right now to remember it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you do have towards the end, like the teacher's got plot though, right? Like
that's
you add
where
plot
that's
with
where
the
stuff
teacher.
goes boom, and you're like, okay, I'm
Plot,
gonna watch
if
the
you know
next
what I'm
episode.
saying, plot.
Yeah.
Plot.
Yep. Plot.
2 big plots.
Wink.
Yeah, that's I can see that though. Especially, you get the bus scene at the beginning. You're like, okay, this is, I don't know. It's awkward. It's like an awkward first 15 minutes of the anime. And then you get to the end and you realize like, oh, this anime is pretty cool.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think you get to like the 3rd episode and you're like, oh, I see where this is going. And then it spins you on the top of your head and you're like, I didn't see that coming. And then you just keep saying that for like 12 episodes. And then another season hits you and they keep doing it to you. And I feel like season 3 is going to bring even more crazy psychological warfare.
Crazy.
If I had to rate this anime right now with only 2 seasons, I think I'd give it a 7. 7.5.
7?
Yeah.
7 or 7? That's a big range there.
Oh, okay. With what the end of season 2 did for us and what I've seen from episode 1 of season 3, I'd give it a 7.5.
Okay, I'm going 8.2.
8.2, not bad.
8.2. I think it's a great anime. I've rewatched it a couple times now. Yeah, big fan of it. Which show Classroom of the Elite.
Yep, Classroom of the Elite.
8.2 is what I'm giving it. I think it's a really good anime. I think it's definitely up there in classroom setting anime. I really enjoy what they do.
Yep.
I like the main character a lot. And you guys know I'm an ending connoisseur, and the endings of both seasons have been phenomenal.
I think there's 24 total episodes out in the 2 seasons that are complete, if I'm not mistaken. One sec.
12 and 13.
So 25 total episodes for the first 2 seasons. And so I would assume that it's anywhere from 12 to 13 for season 3. And we only have 2 episodes of that out so far. But to binge, those are 23-minute episodes.
Yeah. 8 hours.
Yeah.
One day.
Yeah. You can do it one day. Very good. It will leave you wanting more. It'll leave you wanting more.
Well, yeah, this
I like
is
the
I would do
8.2.
anime.
I think it's my favorite classroom anime.
If you can get past some of the cringe early,
yeah,
I'd binge it.
Yep, but I feel like the cringe is there for a reason. It
has to be.
It
sets the understanding, especially in season 1. It sets the tone of like
what's about to go down.
Yeah, like who this guy is. Like, he doesn't have a ton of the how do I put it without spoiling? Tarzan. That's what I'm going to call him. I'm going to call him Tarzan.
Okay.
You don't see Tarzan a lot, but
I know who
Tarzan is.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, this is Tarzan.
Yep.
This is who he is. and you need to know nothing more about him.
Nope.
And he's Tarzan. That's it.
And I like they have
You're
so
set.
much. They actually do a lot of world setting too in those first couple like of episodes. You know, like where we're at. Like it's explained well. We're at this elite high school in Tokyo where 100% of students go on to college or find employment, and that's the whole idea of why they go to this school.
So the good man Tarzan is not the main character.
He is not.
Tarzan is Tarzan.
But he is.
His name's not Tarzan.
He is an interesting dude. He is.
He really is.
He is the comic relief of the show. In a lot of ways, like he is the comedy, but his comedy is like on point. It's not overdone.
I mean, as the season goes on, you'll know who I'm talking about. Like, it clicks really easy. Like he's just, and he doesn't. Again, these characters and a character like him and many more don't have a ton of backstory. Like they don't really dive into it, but they give you enough to where you're like, I know this guy. Like I know who he is. I know what he's about. I know why he's doing what he's doing. Like I feel confident that I know who this guy is. So might throw you a little loophole, but pretty good the way they put it together.
Not everybody goes on to like a good college though. This isn't set in 100% reality, and not everybody's like able to get the job they want. It's a very vague description for the synopsis there, but it's more of like they go and find the job, they get the job that they want, or they go to the college that they want. That's like the whole point of going to this school.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, show is definitely very much worth checking out. Don't sleep on it. A lot of people have. Don't be one of those people. Find yourself in the right place at the right time by watching Classroom of the Elite. 2 seasons out so far. Season 3 is currently airing as we speak.
Go check it.
Yep, you can watch it on Crunchyroll. Like I said, you can watch it on Prime, but it does look like you do need a Crunchyroll. Like they have like a collab thing on there now where you can get a Crunchyroll subscription through them. But I don't think you can sign into your current Crunchyroll subscription into Prime, which makes me a little sad because, well, my Streambox doesn't have Prime or Crunchyroll on it. Sad.
Interesting.
Yep. It is interesting.
Yeah.
It's rough. It's rough out here for a Z-Boy. What can I say? I just want to watch anime for forever.
Super rough for Z-Boy.
Yep.
Can't believe how rough it is for Z-Boy. Can't believe it.
2024, baby.
What year?
We're out here.
If you're asking what year is the anime set in, it's like modern day, but it's like I don't know, like what do you call it? Semi-futuristic modern day.
Yeah.
It's in a modern day. If modern day built up a school with loads and loads of cash.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's the modern day. If like, hey, we're gonna build a school for 100 kids, 200 kids, however many it is, and we're gonna put $2 billion into the school. That's what it is.
Yeah. No, it's definitely got like a little bit more futuristic vibe to it, but not so much that it feels like it's super into the future. I don't think they actually give us a year. I don't think they actually give us a year that they're in. I don't think so. It might at the very beginning, like in the intro part of episode 1, but I don't remember it being there.
It's pretty modern though. It's nothing crazy's going on.
Yeah, near future. Yeah. Like not quite future, but definitely like near future. And doesn't have like floating cars or anything like that happening in it. And they're not like rocking jetpacks or anything. So it's not super futuristic.
No. It's modern day with tons of money.
Yep.
I'm sticking with it.
Nope. That's pretty much spot on. I could not agree more with you, my boy. Chat, if you guys also have not done so yet, make sure you do check out our other episodes. This is our first episode of 2024, episode 8. We're gonna be hitting those double digits soon. Wait, did we drop an episode of 2024 yet?
Did we? No, this is our first episode.
Yeah, it's like we missed last week, bro. I was in Portland.
Cow, I forgot last week was supposed to be the first week, and it was not.
And then I went to Portland.
Holy jeez.
Yep.
Hey, do you want a closing anime? You want to talk about a closing anime?
Yeah, I'm down.
Or a few.
Sure.
Maybe we can go back into the original, because so the main conversation's over, guys, and this was kind of a, I don't want to say thrown together episode. That sounds bad. But it was our backup.
Yeah, it was the pivot episode.
It was the pivot episode. Just due to the guest had some complications, so this was the pivot episode. Have you seen? And I got a few that I would really like to talk about if you've seen it. But have you seen Shangri-La Frontier yet?
So I haven't watched all of it. I've watched I think 2 episodes, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, we'll stay away from it.
Yeah.
Have you
not checked
seen
that out
Shield
yet.
Hero yet?
No.
Season 3.
No.
No? Okay.
Nope.
Last one, and if you say no, I'm gonna be pretty disappointed.
Okay.
Okay, you ready for this one? Are you ready? Don't disappoint me. Do you feel like you're gonna disappoint me right now?
I hope I don't disappoint you right now.
Do you feel like you're gonna disappoint me?
I might
'Cause I don't
disappoint
wanna feel
you.
disappointed here.
Oh
This
wait,
is the
are you
third and last one that I have
are you
on my
about to
list.
ask me about Eminence and Shadow?
No,
Oh.
because I listen. You got time for that. No, I wasn't
Okay.
gonna throw you on the platform when we've had homework and other anime coming out.
All right.
Spy Family. Have you watched season 3 of Spy Family?
Not all of it, but
Gosh,
I've watched.
dang it!
Well, I watched.
Z-Boy!
Bro, I've watched some of it. Some. And
I'm
it's
out.
season. It's season 2, right? Because like the first part was season.
Yeah. It's second part of season 2.
Dude, there's actually so many good animes this season. I'm like looking through my anime list, and there's a lot of good. Wait, Shaman King season 2 is coming out.
Woo!
Did
you
you ever watch
Shaman King?
Shaman King? Yeah. You ever watch?
Did that anime come out in
like forever ago? Yeah, and then they redid it.
like the 90s?
They redid it. They got a relaunch.
I've never seen the relaunch. Was the relaunch good?
Yeah, they did a good job. I like it. I think it's solid. Like, it's one that Pax has watched because it's on Netflix and he only watched his anime there. But, calling you out,
Okay. Yeah,
calling you
fair.
out. Shots fired. Pew pew.
Shots have been fired.
Yep, they sure have.
Oh, do you want a romance anime to get into?
Okay.
This is a great romance anime to just dive right into and binge. Bottom tier character, Tomozaki.
Okay, bottom tier character Tomozaki.
Yep,
That's what it's called?
that's what it's called.
All right, I'm down to check that one
It's
out.
just it's a video game nerd.
Okay.
And another video game nerd that's also just popular.
Oh. Okay, I can get behind that.
Real good. There you go. There's my recommendation.
So,
I seen the first episode of Soul Leveling. No.
I saw that Tales of Wedding Rings actually is an each.
Is it really?
Well, it says action, fantasy, romance, and then ichi.
No.
Well, I'm still checking it out, man. It's gonna get one
That's
episode.
not how it was supposed to end.
Yeah.
I thought it was supposed to be good.
Me too, man.
No.
We messed up. Danger.
No.
Have you seen The Danger in My Heart?
Don't click it, chat. The Danger in My Heart. No.
Yeah, season 2 apparently is coming out this season. Whoa. Hokkaido gals are super adorable. Okay, the art style on this looks good. Is this a frickin'...
It isn't ecchi, dude. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't want to believe you. It was one of those moments where I'm like, I know Z-Boy's telling me the truth, but I'm gonna refuse to believe it. I'm gonna look for myself.
Oh, it's an each. Yep.
Bummer.
Yep, tough for you, buddy. I'll have to be the one that watches it for us. I'll get an episode
Binge
in,
and
and we'll
let me
see if
know.
it's too bad or if it's too good. One of the two. It's got to be somewhere in the
Oh,
area.
what? I had like a, they come up with on Crunchyroll. It's like for you because you watched this show. I don't remember what show it was. The reason why this came up, but it was probably a sports anime. Because that the butt anime came up.
Yes. What about it?
Kaijo came
yeah.
up. I just thought of you instantly.
Dude, Kaijo's lit. Who talked to you about Kaijo?
I'm like, who told me? You did.
No, who talked to you about it?
Who talked to me about it?
Yeah.
Just you.
Oh, when I was
It
talking
came
about
up on Crunchyroll's like,
it.
watch this
yes.
because you watched this.
And you were like, oh no.
As I was scrolling, and I'm like, Kaijo, what is Kaijo? I've heard this name.
Did you watch the first
and then
episode?
I clicked on it, and I'm like, it's the butt anime.
And boobs, butt and boobs. They use both.
All I know is the butt.
Just know that some girl
boobs,
be
okay.
knocking out girls with her butt, dude. It's crazy, bro. It's
With
crazy.
her butt.
Yeah, she straight like be knocking people
hear,
out with her hips.
I don't know how I know this or where I know this, but let me know if this is an accurate statement.
Okay.
Because it sounds crazy for anybody who hasn't seen it. But is titty hypnosis a real thing
Oh.
in the anime?
I think it happens in the anime.
Is that?
I think that there is.
Like
I
a
think that there is
phrase
in
that I
fact
knew
titty
from-
hypnosis.
Don't remember where.
Yeah.
It's like one of those tidbits of information. Tidbits.
Got
that
him.
just like ingrains in your mind. I'm like, why do I know titty hypnosis? Why do I know that's in the anime?
Yeah, Kaijo, dude. What a show.
What?
Imagine,
Apparently.
imagine if there weren't enough men to play sports anymore, right? So instead of having action sports like hockey or football or even basketball, just throw that all out the window. Now we got the females coming in and they're showing us how it's really done. Using only their butts and boobs, they knock each other off of platforms into water. It's lit.
All right. All right. Let me know when you guys watch it. Yeah, hit us up on Twitter. Let us know. Was it good? Was it bad? What do you rate it?
Yeah, hit us up with your rating. You can also what's it called? Kaijo.
Who's the best girl?
Kaijo.
I'm assuming
I think it's something
there's
like that.
20 or 30 best girls, right? Like you can just pick from all of them, like who is best girl.
I'm gonna call Cap because strip clubs are a thing. Are you saying you don't get hypnotized by boobs? I mean, you can't be weak, soldier. Oh man, that seems like you low rolled your mental. I'm just saying. Yeah, no, I think we got some pretty good animes this season. Like I said, one of the ones that's on my list that's not on the Crunchyroll is Delicious in Dungeon. I checked out first episode last night, so we will maybe try to host a watch along of something at some point in the Discord. Me and HB gotta try to figure out if we can get that going. Maybe we'll start getting like
get something going,
solo leveling going or something because of how hype it is.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah, that would be.
That would be sweet. I would do.
What if I read it out loud to you? Would that make it less dubby for you? Or stubby, I mean? More dubby?
Yeah, Rhea. I can just like close my eyes a little bit, just relax, lean back, and just have Z-Boy read it to me.
Oh, God.
Yes, please.
You love it. You love it.
I would be down to do a Frieren rewatch.
Ooh.
Because that's like like we can go at our own pace. We can go whenever we want to. Chat about the episodes afterwards, especially because it's still coming out.
Yeah, and it's lit. And Frieren's so good. Yeah,
and it's that good. It's worth a rewatch.
Yeah, could also do Oshinoko
second,
too.
third, fourth times.
I think. Wait, I got it.
Oshinoko?
Yeah. I got it though. I got it. Here's what we should do. Whatever wins anime of the year, unless it's Attack on Titan, we should do a rewatch.
I'm down. Wait, that's like 3 months away, isn't it?
Yeah. But like we can like hype it up, build it out. You know what I'm saying? We can also do some free run until then. But what I'm saying is like that should be like the definitive. Like, okay, we're gonna hype that up because we'll probably be reacting to the anime awards. It's kind of the plan that we have, unless there's something going on that makes it so that we can't.
Nah, what's more important than that?
You have a wife and a kid.
Yeah, I mean, what's more important than that?
You're right. My bad. Heck them.
Jeez,
Heck them.
Anime is life.
Please
dude.
don't be
watch
watching. Please. Perfect. Roar, if you're here, step out of the room for a second. You're right. Anime is life. Most important thing. You know what I do when Aurora goes to sleep? I watch anime.
That's right.
Yes.
Aurora's here, and you're like, we're watching anime tonight, babe. Like, it's happening.
I'm trying to get her to watch freaking well, she's been watching Blue Eye Samurai, which isn't like anime, but it has a Japanese American producer. So I'd say it's still an animated series. It's still like a cartoon, but it's very well put together and it's very cool. Blue Eyed Samurai, check it out on Netflix. That's a pretty fun one. Came out last year. It's I think like 12 episodes or something like that, but they're like an hour long. Very solid. Very solid. Very good show. I enjoy it a lot. But and she's been watching that on her own free will, which is crazy because she usually doesn't get into it. She was watching Blue Exorcist with me last night though, and she was being a fan. She actually liked the OP. She said she liked it more than most OPs because it didn't have
OP's pretty good
female singers. And she's a feminist, which I thought was crazy. So
that's funny.
Yeah. She was like, this one sounds pretty good. I was like, is it because it doesn't have the female singer? She's like, yeah, that makes them all sound the same to me. And I was like, oh.
Hey, all right. You know what? In her defense, that's fair.
That is fair. That's why I said, well said.
Yeah.
You got me.
Hey, I'm not arguing it.
Unless it's like
someone
Lisa
I like, someone I don't.
Or
but
some
I can't
others.
argue that statement.
Yeah, no, she's got me there. She's got me there, dude. She's got me there. I mean, it's funny because the 2010 OPs, just to wrap this up with us talking about Blue Extras next week, check out the opener. It's a banger. It's got that old school like Japanese rock OP style to it, but like also like that new school like modern Japanese rock singing. I don't know. It's good. It's good. Knocks my socks off, if you know what I'm saying. Wink.
Oh.
Chill, Tanner. Chill. That's me. I'm Tanner.
What else is coming off? I mean,
Not me, buddy.
Can you do Prime watch-alongs? I knew nothing about the Prime watch-alongs. I don't know what you can watch, what you can't watch. I know it's not everything on Prime is fair game. There are select things. I don't know how select it is.
Yeah, I've never done
But
one.
yeah, that would be 100% on you, Mr. Z-Boy.
Doing the
'cause I
Prime
know
watch along
nothing.
also locks out people that don't have Prime. So like if they don't have Prime, they
Mm.
can't do the watch along with us. It kicks them out of the stream with us, or it locks them out where they have to sign into Prime. So I'd rather host the watch along not on stream and do it in the Discord where we can all enjoy an anime together personally. But I'll look
Yes,
into
yes.
figuring out if we can do a Prime watch along for like Made in Abyss or something, and then I can share my screen with HB so that he's watching it in real time with me and in
That'd be
the
cool.
same call.
I'd watch that.
Yeah, so that's an option. I know that one's like heart wrenching and really really intense. So, you know,
Hey, man, I'll bring a box of tissues.
perfect. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for episode 8. I don't think I have anything else on the docket. Did you
Nope.
have anything else that you wanted to add in, my dude?
No, I'm all set. I think
Watch
we hit
Classroom of the
basically every
Elite.
clip.
That's what it's all
Watch it.
about. All right.
But for next week, do not forget, catch up on Blue Exorcist, because
Yes.
that's what we're going to be talking about. Make sure you watch it. We will not be diving into spoilers or anything for the next season. We're not going to be talking about that much. We might, dip our toe into it, but barely.
Facts.
It's going to be about season 1, season 2. Remember, there is a specific way to watch it. Watch the first 15 episodes. Then you can watch the rest if you would like to. But then when you start season 2, it starts from episode 15. So really weird. Make sure you remember that and check it out.
I don't have an
it's,
OSC command
weird
yet
stuff.
in the in the chat, but I'll have
Rest in
one
peace.
made by next episode because I've realized that more people have been looking for it. So if you do want to go sub to the channel, be sure to do so there at Otaku Social Club on YouTube. We have all of our current episodes that we have done up and loaded. So you want to catch what our first episode was about? Maybe it was the GOAT of One Piece. All right, check that out. Also, maybe you're wondering what the best isekai ever made is. Could be Mushoku Tensei. I don't know. Only one way to find out, though. Go over to Otaku Social Club and drop a sub. That's what we want from you guys. Let us
There are
know
a
your
lot of oohs in
thoughts.
there.
Yeah, I kind of hit them with like the English version of words. It was a little out
ooh.
there. Yeah. But that's all I got. I'm Z-Boy Wonder. This is my boy on this side. Actually, I keep forgetting I don't use this hand as much anymore because I hurt my thumb. But yeah, Honey Bear, this cutie over here, real cute guy, real cute. He's my dub watch along buddy. He's now getting into sub. We're forcing him into it. What can I say? It's a yeah, he hit me with the iffy, but we're working on it. We're trying to get him to watch at least solo leveling. Okay, let's go. But that's all we got for episode 8. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is a sayonara from us, but we'll catch you all next week for another great episode right